Now, if you look at the Power Fist model, it kind of looks like he has two close combat weapons, a Power Fist and a pistol. In 5th edition rules, you no longer get the extra attack for having a Power Fist and a pistol. So, since he was on the assault, he gets 2 attacks. One for his base, plus one for initiating the assault. So, he's going to roll 2 dice. And again, weapon skill 4 versus weapon skill 4, I need 4s to hit. I roll 2 6s, so that means that I've successfully hit the defending units. The strength of the guy with the Power Fist is double his strength identified in his characteristic. So his strength now is an 8 against their toughness 4, which means he only requires a 2 on these dice to wound. He rolls a 1 and a 5. The 1 will always fail. So the Power Fist is a power weapon. There was no invulnerable save for these guys. So because of that, they can't roll to save their armor, and it's an automatic casualty. So now we take a look at the result. You have this side caused 2 casualties. This side caused two casualties. These guys caused no casualties over here. That means this side won, which means this side must take a leadership test. Leadership tests are 2 dice, and you take their leadership score, and you subtract the number of casualties in close combat. That is the difference. Let's say, for instance, the guys in white had actually caused 1 casualty. That would mean that you subtract 1, because it's the difference between the number of casualties of the group that won versus the group that lost. But in our example, they lost by 2, which means you subtract 2. Base leadership score for a Space Marine is an 8. You subtract 2. On 2 dice 6, I have to roll a 6 or less, or they are forced to flee. And he rolls a 2 and a 1. Because in this example we're using basic Space Marines, they're not fearless in close combat, so he does not have to take any additional wounds. If this group was actually Black Templars, and who are fearless in close combat, then what would happen is I would not have to roll my leadership, because they're automatically immune to morale checks in close combat. But since I lost by 2, I have to take 2 additional wounds against the 1 guy, which means I would have to take 2 more armor saves. And in this example, he rolled a 2 and a 3. The 2 would not have saved him because of his armor, and this side would have won. So that's the very, very basic assault phase. I understand that we kind of went through it kind of quickly, but I'm just posting this one up and have you guys take a look at it and see if you guys have any questions before we move on to the next video.